Live.
Wow. Hello, everyone. It's Mutants and Masterminds Monday, and I'm the embodied Troy. I don't know, but you get to look on this face for 4 hours, so sorry in advance. You heard the laughter just then of a special guest. We have Nicole Lindros. How are you, Nicole?
I'm great.
Good to
It's a
see you.
beautiful day.
Oh, it is a beautiful day. I like the waterfall behind you. That is fantastic. You're going to be playing Centuria today. We also have Alex. Alex, you are a longtime friend of Green Ronin, and you do your own streaming, and you opted to do this crazy business. Why don't I turn it over to you, and you can introduce the stars of the program, and then we can go from there.
Yeah, sure. So, hello everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Mutants Masterminds Monday, a special actual play event where we will be going through a scenario I'm calling the Siege of Starhaven. Thank you so much for having me on to run a game for all of you fine folks today. Like Troy said, my name is Alex, and I will be your humble game master today. We will be playing Mutants and Masterminds, go figure, on Mutants and Masterminds Monday, which is the world's greatest superhero RPG, produced by Green Ronin Publishing. It is a D20 system that focuses on exciting superhero action. The character creation system offers unlimited customization options to create your own superhero, and one thing I also really enjoy is the use of hero points to encourage players to really push their characters beyond their limits. These points can be used for rerolls, player scene editing, and even modifying or improving a character's powers in a pinch. Hero points are earned by leaning into genre tropes, acting heroically, good role-playing, jokes I think are funny, and suffering setbacks, just like superheroes in other media. We have gathered some spectacular heroes today. Say hello, heroes.
Hello.
Hello.
I do want to give everyone a chance to tell us a little bit about themselves and the character they will be playing today, starting with Steve to my right.
Hello, everybody. I am Steve Kenson, the designer of Mutants and Masterminds and staff designer at Green Ronin Publishing. I really enjoy listening to Alex do my elevator pitch for convention games that I have heard numerous times of how to explain Mutants and Masterminds to people in 5 minutes so that you can get them to play a game. I don't often get to be on the receiving end of that in no particular pitch. And I get the special privilege to play Johnny Rocket today, one of my favorite Mutants and Masterminds characters, and longtime member of the Freedom League. Who is, as I talked about in my Ronin Roundtable today, an interesting study in what happens when your OGs, your original characters are around for 20 years.
That is going to be surreal one day when that happens to me. I mean, I haven't done a whole lot of things for 20 years other than be alive, but...
That's a good start.
Necessary component.
Right. Crystal, how about you?
Hi, I'm Crystal Frazier, the lead developer on Mutants and Masterminds, and I will be playing Sonia Gutierrez, the new Lady Liberty. She is a wide-eyed young nerd who inherited the power of the Light of Liberty after the previous Lady Liberty retired. And she is in way over her head and hoping nobody will notice.
And Troy, who are you playing today?
I'm playing Ray Gardner Jr., or Thunderbolt, and Ray got his powers accidentally and is trapped within this really awesome-looking shiny silver suit, and he hovers around moody and brooding, and as I've been told 2 different times, with the weight of the world on his shoulders, as a being of electricity. If he escapes the suit, something painful to me happens, and then I suppose to everyone around me as well, or at least I'll try.
Awesome. And Nicole, who are you, and who are you playing today?
That leaves me. I am Nicole Lindros. I'm the Chief Operations Officer for Green Ronin Publishing. And I'm going to be playing Centuria, who is the daughter of the Centurion. And I have this responsibility to, I feel this responsibility to live up to his legacy. And so that's how I go through life, trying to live up to that.
God, I just realized Steve's basically babysitting us all.
As I said, Johnny's life is taking a strange turn.
All these kids.
Okay, kids.
Karma clearly exists in the Earth Prime universe.
Awesome.
Listen up, you little...
Right?
So yeah, like I said before, I'm Alex. I am the executive producer of the Untold Stories Project, which is our live stream channel where we shine a spotlight on games that don't get the media attention of something like Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder. We play. I'm running a Nether War campaign right now on most Mondays, except for tonight, where I'm here today, using Mutants and Masterminds, as well as a Fallout game, and we're doing a Werewolf the Apocalypse game right now too, and we have some exciting stuff coming next quarter. So. Lots of fun stuff. Troy, is there
Alex,
any...
Yeah, I was just going to dive in real fast and give some quick updates for folks. We'll be doing the next release for the Patreon, and that is... and if you have not seen it yet, check out Steve's blog on Ronin Roundtable on the Green Ronin blog. It's a really great write-up. Love those kind of in the minds of a developer, especially if you're talking about time and how to handle 20 years worth of canon. That's a lot. A great article. And then, believe it or not, we're at 89 patrons right now. So we're almost to 90. We're almost to the next tier of the benefits, which at that point I think we all just move in with everybody. We just sort of take turns and hop from house to house. And so get your overnight bag together, everybody. It'll be fun. Also, we're monitoring the chat, and Alex, not having done this before with a pal, I've got the chat up, and we won't. We'll ignore them by and large because we're having fun. Okay, all right. But primarily, I just want to be sure that can you see the chat still? I logged into the chat tool, and or it logged in, and I wanted to make sure I didn't bump you off.
I can see as well. Yep.
Sweet. Okay. Well, that's about it, I think. Do we have anything? Do we have any releases coming up?
No, a lot.
I
I'm sure
think
there's something.
Sean's are the Sean's here? Can they tell us what we've forgotten?
You can count on the Seans. They are reliable.
We have Danger Zone's Lighthouse coming out next
Coming
week,
out,
and we'll
yeah.
be talking about that in more detail on next week's show.
So deal with that, Sean's. Okay. All right. That's about it.
Beautiful.
Wow, we are not putting you in a containment suit anymore. You get really combative when you
Right? So feisty when his incorporealness is contained.
I know, right? I need to spread. I need room.
Who gave Troy opposable thumbs? That was a mistake.
Oh no, yeah.
told you we shouldn't have gotten him a flannel containment suit. It's itchy.
Yeah.
Electrostatic.
Right?
Next Ronin Summit, Troy's just going to shuffle along in his socks along the carpet and zap people. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. It is a beautiful summer's day in Freedom City. The birds are singing, the sun is shining, and things are almost suspiciously quiet for the Freedom League. Daedalus is off-world, helping with the relocation of Star Island's alien population, and the rest of you have been on monitor duty in Freedom Hall. Dozens of computer displays keeping track of the ebb and flow of the city are quiet, casting a serene blue throughout the room instead of the red alarms that so often go off. How are each of you passing the time this morning? I'll just sort of, whoever wants to jump in, go ahead and just tell us what the characters are up to. Introduce yourselves.
I think I am in the training room trying to... Because I haven't really been in a lot of fights so far, so I am trying to figure out what they mean by don't punch with a closed fist.
Ow.
It's like, but if I don't, it's slapping. And I can slap a car across the street, but still, it doesn't seem superhero-y.
Yeah, we need some haymakers, some jabs.
Right.
Open palm punching.
I mean, Centuria can uppercut a robot and knock it into the sun, but I feel like I have trouble getting my toaster to fly across the room.
Awesome. So, Lady Liberty's down in the training room. You've got a couple of the holographic robots that you're facing down with, working on your open or closed fist technique. What about Johnny? What's Johnny up to?
Johnny doesn't handle quiet super well, so he's sort of all over the place. There's the occasional blur from place to place as he is in the process simultaneously of checking all the monitors, watching Lady Liberty's training session, straightening up a few things in the hall, and doing some minor repairs in a couple of parts of the hall, all to kind of keep himself occupied.
Awesome. Yeah, there's a couple of Daedalus's robots who sort of tend to Freedom Hall that are just very surprised to see you doing their jobs as they come around the corner.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I know it's a union thing, but I'm here.
Thank you for your assistance, Johnny.
Yeah, surprisingly lacks robot union in Freedom City.
We will return to the break room. What about
Got a part-time gig as a coffee maker.
Oh no. What about Thunderbolt? What's Thunderbolt up to?
I think I am comfortable with quiet because I'm just in my thoughts, and I think I'm broodingly hanging out in what I would presume where there'd be a library, and so I'm sort of like hovering, reading, going through something, but definitely a sense of sort of intense scrutiny as I'm hanging out there.
Awesome. Yeah, so you're floating around in the library, getting a couple of different books about what sort of stuff does Thunderbolt read for recreation or for study?
Well, for pleasure, history, and great human tragedies, and that's what I'm researching right now. I'm just sort of trying to gain some insight. Fun stuff like that.
Yeah, fun stuff like the Titanic and Mount Vesuvius.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Right.
Pompeii. I mean, just general sort of,
Sort of pick me up things.
Yeah, right.
Top 100 disasters to make you feel good about your life.
Yes.
And Centuria, what is Centuria up to?
I'm watching the feeds of the various hangouts for non-superpowered 17-year-old girls, because I don't feel entirely at home here, and I'm trying to normalize my interactions with other teenage girls, which always seems so difficult.
I love that you were accomplishing that with a Big Brother surveillance system.
Correct.
There's
Well, how else would you do it?
Right?
Daedalus would be proud.
Well, yes, hello, fellow humans. I observed you through the eye in the sky this afternoon, saying this.
I see that you like the TikToks.
Why, hello, fellow kids.
Yeah, you've got a feed up to like a diner down on the pier, where you see a couple of kids are just having a great time, drinking milkshakes, eating French fries, burgers.
The malt shop, yeah.
You see, your problem is you've got this thing set on the 50s.
That's right. You're looking through time, not through...
Right?
That's really Daedalus' fault for making all of those different kinds of cameras to the city.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is the radiation camera, this is the time travel camera, this is the...
Right.
Yep.
Awesome. So, Centuria, as you're examining Earth life, a flare does pop up over the monitor that you're watching, an alarm, and all of you can hear this throughout Freedom Hall. It's a distress beacon from a deep space shuttle, and you hear, "Mayday! This is Aegis astronaut Captain Carols. We are under attack by the Star Scourge. Ugh. Repeat, we are being boarded by Captain Kraken. If anyone can hear us, send aid." And that message sort of repeats.
Hey guys, I can hear them.
Johnny kind of skids to a stop in the monitor room.
Sonya gets knocked on her butt again and is grateful she's got an alarm now as an excuse to turn everything off.
Yeah, Thunderbolt's closing a book and quickly heading out. I'm not sure, generally speaking, if Thunderbolt would float everywhere. I mean, but he is floating everywhere, just so you know.
Gosh, Johnny, what do we do?
Does the distress message give us a sort of triangulated location on its origin?
It does. It is, so this particular distress beacon is coming from between Earth and Europa. It looks like it's a shuttle that was bound for Starhaven.
All right.
Wait, there's trouble in space? Like up there, space?
Yep.
It'll be fine.
All right. Sounds like everybody should get to the Pegasus, and we've got to go.
To the Pegasus.
I mean, I don't even have a learner's permit.
That's good because you're not driving.
Who is driving? Is Johnny driving?
Yeah, Johnny's tricked out to fly the Pegasus. He's a great
Excellent.
pilot.
I have to assume he's also the only one insured.
How
Yeah,
would
the
that
rates
work?
insuring teenage superheroes is really expensive. Their
Super
rates go
is.
pretty-
Daedalus is not paying those premiums.
Mm-mm.
You got to be 25 and able to rent a car from Enterprise before you can fly the Pegasus. Awesome. So, you guys load up in the Pegasus and rocket
Yep.
out of atmosphere, heading into
Take
space.
off.
Beautiful. It is a very quick flight for the Pegasus between Earth and the region of space just beyond the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. And as you all are flying through, you do see quite a scene ahead of you unfolding. There's this beautiful red rocket that was clearly designed by Daedalus. It's got a lot of that Greek, Greco-Roman sort of aesthetics built into the futuristic technology. And floating above it, sort of latched onto it, is this massive, dirty bulk cruiser with the very crude words "Star Scourge" written along the hull. Just sort of blasted on, almost like blaster fire or by some kind of deep cutter in space. There are also a
Sorry,
number... Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just appreciating your description. That's great.
Awesome.
Weird. I thought they made Captain Kraken up for the cartoon.
Oh no, he's real.
Oh. With like the squid face?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there
And
are...
the attack whale?
Well, that was more made up for the cartoon.
Artistic license.
You have to. Everybody saw Logan. That half the comic books are made up, right? Anyway, so there's also a number of these small snub fighters floating around between you all and the beleaguered space shuttle. I think what I would like everyone to do is roll for initiative. So if you could click on your token first, you all should have a token aboard the little Pegasus model on the left-hand side of the screen. Also, for everyone at home, I'm going to switch us over to the Roll20 window so you can see sort of what they're seeing.
Oh, yeah. We have the
Oh, there we
tiniest
are.
ship.
Yeah, we are the tiniest ship.
There we go.
So yeah, if you click on your token and then go ahead and... there's an initiative button on the Roll20 page. If you go down to offenses, just click on the initiative button and it should roll that for me.
Yep.
Boo.
We got suited up in spacesuits before leaving Earth's atmosphere, right?
Of course, standard procedure.
That sounds reasonable. I believe that.
We had the whole montage of us in our cool spacesuit versions of our costumes walking, to the Pegasus.
We're
You know.
hovering.
Where there was just an unexplained slow walk scene there before we took off.
We have our helmets.
Of course, Johnny's worried about the slow walk.
Well, yeah,
Right.
completely
Well, Johnny was
unnecessary.
walking normally. The rest of us were slow walking.
Right.
I love it. I also like how our roles just really map to our characters. Jeez.
What?
I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm happy about that. Yeah.
You know what else I forgot to do? I forgot to deal you all hero points before we started. So I'm going to go ahead and deal
Oh, I've
you...
got
Yeah.
some hero points here.
Well, I have tokens that I can give you all.
Yeah.
So you should see a little Ronin above your nameplate on the bottom page of Roll20. If you click on that and open it up, that'll show you another Ronin that you could drag out on the table, and that'll spend the hero point for you.
Cool.
And then I have the distinct pleasure of deleting them, which makes me so happy. So, Johnny Rocket, you are on first with a 47 to your initiative.
I mean, come on.
Speedsters.
Right?
That's the best.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what does the situation look like with these fighters?
It looks so they're sort of buzzing around in pairs. It looks like they're trying to keep a cordon off for the larger ship that appears to be plundering the smaller ship.
Okay. And is the shuttle damaged or in any immediate danger?
There is the clamp from the big ship has crunched down into the steel, but it doesn't look like there's any open hull breaches or anything like that. You don't see atmosphere venting off into space.
Okay.
Good.
So goal number 1 is to get the shuttle loose from that clamp, and then to remind Captain Kraken that he shouldn't be bothering ships in our solar system. So I think that...
Are you opening a hailing frequency to Captain Kraken?
I think I can send him a message a little more directly.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is gonna be a Star Wars space fight, not a Star Trek space fight. Okay, I got it.
So I'm thinking that Thunderbolt and Centuria probably have the best chance of breaking the shuttle free from that clamp. You can both maneuver pretty easily outside the ship, and then Lady L and I can have a chat with Captain Kraken and his space pirates.
I mean,
I'm
sounds
in.
like a plan.
All right. So the plan is I'm going to let Centuria and Thunderbolt out the airlock to near the shuttle, and then I'm going to look for either a landing bay or the like on Kraken's ship, or I'll simply, drive the Pegasus through a bulkhead.
Beautiful.
He'll probably self-seal or something like that.
Fingers crossed.
We've got spacesuits. We'll be fine.
Right?
All right, Johnny. Go ahead and give me a vehicles check to sort of navigate the dangerous space between here and the Star Scourge.
Right. Here's where we find out that Johnny is not that great a pilot.
Everybody asks Flash take the wheel. Nobody asks can Flash take the wheel.
Right?
16's a pretty good roll though. So you are able to navigate that space. You sort of zoom forward through the black void.
Super speed reflexes help.
They definitely do. And I'll have to move all of you individually because I forgot that the ship is not part of your token. There is actually a hangar bay right here in the Star Scourge that you could slam into basically. So I'll just move Johnny, and Lady Liberty was staying in the ship with Johnny?
Yep.
Awesome.
Then am I just doing 6 roll 6 points of brooding over here in the space?
No, we're gonna go try to tear that claw off of the
shuttle.
the little ship there.
Nice.
Beautiful. Okay, so Johnny, you are able to zoom through the vacuum of space and crash through the through that sort of transparent blue energy field that keeps the hangar bay solvent. And you slam down, the Pegasus crunches into the deck. You smash a couple of the other stub fighters that haven't been launched yet. And you see a jaunty crew of robot pirates that I will share an image for you that I got off of Hartman's blog. He's a Ukrainian illustrator.
No.
And let me make sure these should be visible to the people at home as well.
They're pretty adorable.
Oh my!
They're really cute.
I can't smash these.
Yeah. No, I want one as a pet. Can we save all the robots?
Right.
If you think that's bad, this is what you hear them doing as they're sort of doing their thing in the bay.
No.
Oh,
There's
maybe.
a space shanty going on, isn't there?
There is a space shanty going on. I pre-recorded it, but it's not loading. Ah.
I can hear it.
Oh, you can
I
hear
can
it?
hear it. Yeah, we can hear it.
Oh yeah, we need to save them. They're too adorable.
All right. Well, Centuria, you have to ask Daedalus if you can reprogram the space robots.
Okay, let's corral them and then we'll ask Daedalus. Daedalus, please, can I keep them, please?
How many verses of this do we have?
There's 3 verses. I won't play the whole thing.
Oh, I guess we can hear it, but
Oh, it's
Our
not
viewers
playing.
cannot.
Oh,
Oh.
that's too bad. Well,
We'll
it's
have to figure
great.
that out.
It's great. Just
Yeah.
trust us.
It's a robot sea shanty, and it's amazing.
Yeah, it's very immersive for us.
All right, good landing, Johnny. So the snub fighters are on 23. They get to go next. They're going to zip over here and they're going to open fire on Centuria and Thunderbolt since they're the available targets. And these ones will move.
They
this way.
think.
Yeah, as far as they think. All right, so the snub fighters. They're not that big. They do zip in. They're going to take some shots. Shots.
Shot.
Blasters
Shots,
on Thunderbolt.
shots. Oh wait.
Does an 11 hit your dodge DC, Thunderbolt?
Up at the top of your little defenses window, it'll list your dodge DC and your parry DC.
Mm-hmm.
On the left side of the character sheet, about midway up.
And that's Troy.
Oh, me! I thought you were talking about.
Boy.
I'm just hanging out here at Dodge, so
Right.
Dodge DC is 18.
So you're fine. They come zipping
Yeah.
in. The space
That's a
around
miss.
you opens up with fire, but you're able to avoid it. And then the ones attacking Centuria, they get a 15 to hit your dodge DC.
16.
So you're good. You're both able to nimbly avoid the blast of these larger fighters. Centuria, on
Ah.
12, you are up next. Whatever you want to do.
Oh, can I punch them? Are they close enough that I can just like missile myself into them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can definitely fly close and punch somebody.
Perfect. That's what I want to try.
Yeah. I think you have a movement speed of around 500 squares per round.
Yeah,
Something in that area, yeah.
thought that might be effective. So, heavy blow? Is that what I'm trying to do?
Yeah, if you want to, for sure. Or you can do a regular unarmed attack, whatever you want to do. The heavy blow does more damage, but it's less accurate, and the regular attack does less damage, but it hits more often.
I was figuring that since it's a ship, I want to do more damage, and there's more of it to hit, so accuracy wouldn't be as important.
Excellent.
Am I correct in that?
I
That seems pretty logical to me.
think that's eminently reasonable.
Very good then.
So yeah, there's just a little D20 next to your heavy
little
blow.
D20.
If you click on that,
Gotcha.
awesome. That's a 19 to hit. That will definitely hit. It's a DC 31 toughness save for my poor little pirate ships.
And your
Nice.
pirate ship succeed at a DC 31 toughness.
They cannot.
Sometimes it's just a matter of how badly will they fail.
Yeah, and good news, everyone. These are Minion Spaceships. So,
Ooh.
Centuria, you
That's
attack that group. Those two, you destroy both of them. How does it go down?
Nice.
Oh, y'all have seen like the Star Wars, right? With
Oh, I've seen all of them.
the beautiful suicide run. I'm thinking it kind of went down like that without the suicide part.
Oh yeah. So Centuria just activates hyperspace mode and shoots out through the
I love it.
two starfighters. They both just explode into chunks of steel and screaming robots in the void.
That's what we do with the drunken robot.
You all stay there. I'll come back.
I'll come back for you.
And then Centuria, you do have some more movement if you want to wind up anywhere else. So you can basically you have move by action, so you can decide where you want to end up, basically anywhere on the map.
I would like to end up over by the little red ships so that I can assess getting the claw off of them.
Awesome. Cool. So I'll just drag you over there.
Perfect.
Boop.
Set me where I land. That's fine.
Awesome. Lady Liberty also on 12. What would you like to do?
Oh, that's a whole ship full of killer robots and a squid pirate. Just looking at Johnny like I'm expected to deal with this, huh? Okay. Oh, it looks so much better in the movies. I guess I am gonna float out here, create my shield, and try to look very authoritative and say, "You're all under arrest."
All of the robot pirates right there on deck, they all sort of, their heads pivot towards you and they look down. And they stop singing.
I'm just gonna turn on my deflect power.
Awesome.
So we'll see where this goes.
And then, last but not least on this round, we have Thunderbolt. And then I'll roll initiative for Captain Kraken and the robots.
All right, I'm gonna. I am casting lightning bolts. I'm just gonna charge them up.
Awesome. And you roll a whopping 24 on your lightning bolt check. You definitely hit. Let me roll a toughness save for my poor starfighters. Yeah, you take out 2 starfighters with that lightning bolt tag. What happens?
Nice. Well, shocking them both, I crash them into each other, and then they, explode into little tiny pieces.
Awesome. It's one of those real nice, loud space explosions.
Right? Yeah. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then I brood some more. But I'm going to brood. I can move over by Centuria, right?
Yes. Yep, you do have plenty of movement left over still.
Sweet.
Not quite as much as Centuria has, but you're still pretty quick. And let me roll initiative for our little robot friends. And Captain Kraken, for those of you who don't know what he looks like, he is a pirate. He's a pirate squid monster.
Right? Just what he says in the tin.
He looks so jaunty, but he's a bad guy.
He looked different in the movie.
They always do.
Are you sure you're the
Right.
real Captain Kraken?
I mean, the camera adds 10 pounds. So.
Arr, you be thinking of that Jeffrey Rush character or whatever from Pirates of the Caribbean.
I want to live in a world where he's played by Jeffrey Tambor.
Yes, exactly. I can hear his voice. Yeah, I can hear that.
Awesome. So going back to the start of initiative, we have Johnny Rocket again. Captain Kraken and the robot pirates got a 24 and a 20, so they'll slot in where they go.
All right.
So Johnny, you are under the protective shield of Sorry, I just saw the chat and somebody said he's Arthulu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that.
Johnny,
All
do
right.
you have any reaction to my placing everybody under arrest?
So, Johnny zips out of the Pegasus and says, to Lady Liberty as he passes by, "Good job getting their attention, Sonia."
Oh. You did a good.
Is there atmosphere in the bay we're in?
There is atmosphere in this bay. You do see,
I can work with that.
sort of directly around you, you do see the wreckage of the snub fighters and the Pegasus. You also see 2 groups of 4, the robot pirates on the bulk above you. And then that deck ahead has another group of 4 and Captain Kraken, along with a whole bunch of hostages across the way from you.
Oh, hostages, you say?
There are hostages.
All right. What is their state over there?
They seem to have been robot handled a little bit, but they're not any worse for wear.
All right. I am going to whip up a cyclone to basically just sort of blow the robots across the bay into the wall to push them out of the way.
Awesome.
And then I'm going to move up to a short distance away from Captain Kraken and confront him.
Excellent. Okay. Will you go ahead and click the D20 next to your air spinning arms? I know it's a burst area, but that gives me all the information I need in the notes section. So it's a 120-foot cone. You can move 6 tons. The first thing, since this is a burst area of effect, the robots have to roll a dodge save to see how in the area they are, and then they'll roll a strength or a movement check to avoid being moved. We'll see how that goes for them. They're not very strong. But they do have character.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They look plucky.
They are very plucky. They're designed for that. So both of those groups of robot pirates, there's 3 that you can get in your cone because it's so big. So all 3 of them do succeed on the initials, so they're going to make a movement or a movement or a strength check versus half effect, so DC 14. So the first group, I got an 8. The second group, a 13. The third group, a natural 1. So all 3 of the groups are thrown just across the ship and out of the way of Johnny and Lady Liberty. What happens to them, Johnny, as they fly over there?
It just pretty much, they basically all sort of pile up in a heap up against the wall. There's probably a little denting and the like, but mostly it's just they're all sort of piled up together, and the ones on the bottom are just like, "Get off of me!"
That's good.
Release me, you scurvy dog.
Your spanner is in my odometer.
Oh, my poor nerdy robots. And then, Johnny, you do have all the movement speed in the world, so you can go wherever you want to in the ship.
Pretty much. I just zip up here across from Captain Kraken. Johnny skids to a stop. Kraken, we warned you about operating in this system.
Was it really a warning, or was it more like a guideline?
Oh, it was a warning, and now it's a threat.
Oh, you're threatening me, Master Superhero.
Gather up your tin pot pirates, release our shuttle, and get out of Earth's solar system.
Give me what I'm owed from that shuttle, and I'll mosey on my way.
You aren't owed anything from that shuttle.
Pirates mosey?
It's hard to mosey with one leg. It's more meandering.
That's better than a clump.
Captain Kraken will answer your request for parley with lead balls in the form of blaster bolts instead. So he pulls out one of his little flintlock pistols, and he aims it right for you, Johnny, and he says, "I respectfully decline."
Oh! Deflect!
Yes, you get a deflect.
Out there. Oh, wait. That means it's 11 plus.
Right, so that would be an 18. That is not going to deflect the attack, but if you want to spend a hero point, you are more than welcome to.
Sure, I will spend a hero point. I know how much you love deleting those.
Not many things bring me joy in life, but that is one of them.
Oh, 26.
Remember those things that don't bring me joy in life? That's one of them. So, Lady Liberty, what does it look like as you successfully defend Johnny from the blast?
Throw this golden disc of light as he draws his gun, and yeah, I'm just gonna reflect it back at him.
Ah! So that just that's a 26 to hit on the redirect, right?
Well, I need to make a ranged attack roll.
Okay.
Yep.
25 to hit.
Oh.
No big deal. 25.
No big deal.
25 will
Yeah, I mean, a
hit.
26 would have hit, but a 25, no.
I can see where you need more practice.
It's a good thing you were training right before this.
Played a
So
lot of ultimate frisbee in pre-med.
So Captain Kraken has to make a toughness save versus his blaster effect. He takes a bruise because he's here to embarrass me today. Okay. So yeah, the blast, it gets caught in that golden disc. It rattles around for a moment and then it just immediately shoots back and hits Captain Kraken right in his green face. And he staggers back and he says, "Hey, that's me cheating. I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to your captain."
Well, I don't really have a smart remark prepared for this, so I'm sorry.
Apology accepted?
Well, that's good. Can we still be friends? Is it awkward to ask for your autograph before we finish up here?
That's so good.
Awesome. So the pirate starfighters, there's 2 of them left. They're going to circle around and they're going to take pot shots at Centuria and Thunderbolt. I'm going to do a multi-attack with their little group attack. So they get a -2 to this to hit. I rolled a natural 1, so they both miss. The blast just sort of go shooting off into space.
I didn't realize
Harmlessly.
they were stormtroopers.
You know, I shouldn't have been playing Star Wars right before this. That was the problem.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of set the genre, yeah.
All right, the robot pirates. Those ones over in the clump, they are out of commission, but I've got a couple extra robot pirates around. These 4 come moseying. Once again, I'm going to borrow that verb again. They come in to aid Captain Kraken, and they will roll an aid check to see if they can help him. That's right, Captain. We're here to help. They do succeed on aiding, so they will give him a +2 to his to hit next round. This group of 4 will come scuttling over from the north part of the ship, and they're going to open fire on Lady Liberty from her elevator or her position below them. And they get a whole 13 to hit your dodge DC.
Shield! The great thing about deflect is you can keep using it all round.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I missed, but you did succeed with your shield, so you're free to throw that attack back wherever you want to.
I'm gonna redirect it at Captain Kraken. 21 to hit.
21 does not quite hit his dodge DC. He's able to avoid that one.
Phew.
Oi, be shooting them, not me! You daft robots. Should have stayed with organic like my first mate said before I airlocked him.
Man, Kraken, you're shooting at yourself. Your crew is shooting at you. I don't even have to do anything yet.
You might be a pirate or you might be from Ireland.
That's a DM failing, not a Captain Kraken failing.
He's a very confused space cephalopod. We have no way of knowing.
True that. Yes.
I'm a pirate from Space Ireland.
That's right.
Lady Liberty.
It's canon now.
Oh, that's a lot of evil robots. I am gonna reposition myself over here near the hostages. Is there like a bulkhead or door or something like that that I can close off to protect them?
Yeah, there sure is.
I'm gonna use my uplift ability, TK the door up.
Awesome. Yeah, you slam the bulkhead door up, you slam it shut, and the hostages are now in a safe position. I will deal you a hero point for being so heroic.
Aww.
All right. Everybody's safe-ish.
About that autograph.
Yeah, you can't hear them responding to you through the steel door, and you're not sure if they can hear you responding to them through the steel door, but they are
okay.
safe, as safe as they can be.
Trapped. Yeah, it's okay. I'm just trapped out here with like a dozen killer pirate robots and a space squid man. Johnny.
You got this, Lady L. Don't worry.
Back around to Centuria.
Awesome. We've got 2 live ships on us. Is that correct? Two robot ships.
Yes, there are still 2 robot ships. And the Star Scourge is still clamped to the shuttle.
Okay. I am going to ignore the robot ships because so far they have failed to be a threat to me, and I'm going to give this claw a good examination, I guess, a thorough examination.
With
I'm
your
gonna see
fists.
if I can. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to see if I can figure out where to grip it and really do that
Awesome.
unhinged thing.
Why don't you go ahead and make a technology roll for me?
All right.
Not necessarily because you're going to unman it from technology, but just to make sure when you
yeah.
pull it out, it's not going to like depressurize the shuttle or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't know shit about that. Oh, sorry. I don't know stuff about that.
Yeah. We can get swearsy.
It's unavoidable with me.
Same.
So with a 10, you're sort of looking at it. You're reasonably sure you could unyank it from its spot. You're not sure what would happen to the shuttle, but you are sure you could get it out.
Okay.
And you can make a strength check to do so if you would like.
I will give that a shot.
Excellent.
And I'll prepare to throw my own body over the hole if necessary to plug it up before all the atmosphere evaporates, if that happens. Jeez.
Excellent. That's stressful.
Okay. I'm sorry, what was I rolling again?
Strength check. So yeah, if you just click the little strength button, it'll roll it for you.
Yeah.
Awesome. So Centuria, surprisingly, is very strong. She rolls a 24. You are able to you are unable to unhook it. You are able to unhook it from the ship. So if you want to describe what happens, please do.
Oh, I don't have a description for that. It pops out
Awesome. Yeah, it comes.
with an inaudible popping sensation.
So yeah, you feel the strain of the steel bending under your hands as you rip it from the bulkhead of the shuttle.
Perfect.
And because this is a Daedalus shuttle, when the air does open, that pocket opens up. There is a steel plate that slams shut and keeps it pressurized.
Phew! I didn't kill anyone.
Yet the day is still young. So yeah, you're able to separate the Star Scourge from the shuttle, and when the shuttle drops, it does drop a little bit, and you feel the engines kick back on in the shuttle down there.
Cool.
And do you want to move anywhere? You still have a move action if you would like to move.
I am actually going to stay with the shuttle. If it starts to move away, I want to stay around it to make sure it doesn't become a target with those robot ships.
Awesome. And Thunderbolt, back around to you.
Yeah, I am going to. So as far as the shuttle goes, can we see in windows, or can we get a sense of what's going on inside?
Yeah, you sure can. As you're sort of looking
Okay.
through a number of the different portholes, to borrow another nautical term, I'm assuming space shuttles have a different name for their windows. You're looking through. You do see there are a couple of robot pirates in there, along with some other bystanders.
Okay, we got the 2 ships. I am going to. I'm pondering how to sort of maneuver my blackout into this, but it's got a 30-foot radius, and I'm pretty sure I can't be like these electronics, but not those electronics. And so I might. I'm gonna actually. I'm going to you know, I can't really throw something in space.
Yeah, you can. This is a comic book.
I'm gonna.
You have to spin around first.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab one of the. I'm gonna grab one of the ships to throw it into the other, using throw.
Awesome.
Ah. Oh.
So that is a natural
dice.
1 on your throw check. You can spend a hero point to
Yep.
reroll if you want, but that is a miss.
I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to reroll.
Awesome.
All right.
So, good news, bad news. You did roll pretty low. But since it is a hero point, whenever you roll a 1 through a 10, you get to add 10 to it. So you actually got a 14, which 14 on the Starfighters, because they're so big, is enough to hit.
Well, there you go.
Big relative to your size.
So, Troy, if you click on your name in Roll20,
Yes.
or rather, if you click on the little Ronin icon above your name,
Yes.
that'll bring up your hero points, and then you click and drag on that, or drag that out to the table, and that's how you spend them.
Gotcha. Like so?
Like a so.
Nice. Hey, quick question. So, when I roll, how do I make it so that I can see my dice? I'm just not seeing.
Oh, so in the in the right-hand corner of Roll20, up in the top next to the newspaper icon, you should see something that looks like an IM icon. If you click on that, that'll open the chat up, and you'll see all the rolls that have been done, other than my GM rolls.
Oh, we're not going to do that. Okay, gotcha. That's great. This is what I need. Fantastic. I like to be able to stare at my shame for prolonged periods of time.
That's reasonable. But no shame this time. You did actually succeed in taking out those 2 Starfighters, if you want to describe what happens.
Oh, I grab the one and I do a sort of spin and throw it into the other, and they burst into a silent explosion.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Excellent. Coolio. So, back around to Johnny Rocket, still aboard the Star Scourge.
All right. Johnny is going to hit Captain Kraken with a flurry of blows and see if we can take him out of this equation.
Oh my lord. What did I do to you, Steve? So, Johnny Rocket rolled a 31 to punch Captain Kraken. And
wow.
The beautiful thing about multi-attack, since it's a single target, that does more damage based on how high he rolls.
How high you roll.
So, Captain Kraken, that is going to add, with his parry, that is going to add just enough to get you plus 5 damage to your to hit right there.
All right.
So, DC 25. Captain Kraken rolls a 21 and takes another bruise. So, what happens, Steve, as you're running up and beating the crap out of him?
All right. So there's just Johnny's arms are just like a blur as he rains down like 100 punches on Captain Kraken. Kraken sort of staggers back a bit, but his tough alien physiology resists a lot of the onslaught.
Awesome. Yeah, he staggers back. He spits some ink on the ground from where you were punching him. You hit me like that again. You're gonna think you want me to take you to the dance.
Oh.
I'm a married man, Kraken, but if you want to dance, let's dance.
Beautiful. Captain Kraken will jump in with his sword, and he will dance.
A jaunty jig.
Avast! Oh, and he gets a critical hit, Johnny.
Oof.
So you're looking at a DC 28 toughness save.
All right. Nope. Terrible.
That is not good, Johnny.
All right. So do I want to spend my hero point?
I think it's a good idea.
All right. Let's redo that toughness. Much better.
Wow.
That's night and day. So originally it was an 8, now it's a 24. So that's just going to be a bruise for Johnny.
All right.
And you hear a couple of the robots in the back say, "Leave her, Johnny, leave her."
What?
They don't know. They're sea shantying. They're having their moment in the background.
Right.
Love it.
And the pirate robots come zipping in. Those two groups are going to turn their attention to Lady Liberty since she wants to mess with their hostages.
Guys, no, come on! I say thank you to my microwave!
Death to organic oppressors!
You ugly bags of mostly water.
I think there's a medium between oppression and killing the oppressors, alright?
Okay, now it's getting deep.
So I got a 20 and a 26 to hit your parry DC, Lady Liberty.
Good question. Both will hit.
Alright, please give me 2 toughness saves. Looking for a 21.
32 and a 29.
Oh, okay. As you were, space
all.
robots.
Right.
We're doing our best, Captain. You should have built us bigger, meaner.
I feel like Lady Liberty regularly forgets and just is sort of like, oh right,
All right,
I'm pretty much
superpowers.
Right,
pretty much
yeah.
bulletproof.
Heck of a way to find out you're bulletproof.
Right.
And then Johnny, I got a 22 on the other robots attacking you. I think that's going to miss your parry DC.
That's a miss.
Awesome. So you super speed out of the way as the robots come barreling in with their
Yep.
little cutlasses. Lady Liberty, you got a dog pile of robots on you.
Oh, not for long. All right, let's see if I can figure out a punch. Let's see if I can figure out that closed fist punch. I am just gonna barrel into this line of robots in front of me. And try not to be like, oh my god, I'm fighting robots.
They're so cute.
I don't have an unarmed attack on here, so I'm just gonna roll my unarmed attack skill. DC 23.
Awesome.
Or
20,
rather, 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
DC 23 for damage.
Beautiful. That is a hard roll for the robots.
And I found my unarmed attack in the list now.
Oh, no worries. So yeah, I rolled a 9 on that group's toughness check, so you destroy all 4 of those robots. What happens, Lady Liberty?
All bearings everywhere.
So I assume I just go in for a
Springs and-
slap and just crunch them all together?
Right. The lead robot just keeps flying back into the robots behind it.
Brothers, I have betrayed you. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna move over here so I can more reasonably use interpose when it comes up again.
Excellent. Good deal, Lady Liberty. Centuria, back around to you.
Sweet. So, we have no more little robot fighters. Is that true?
That is true. Lady Liberty was able to seal the bulkhead on the one hangar, and Johnny Rocket smashed all the ones that were left in the hangar, so... Foiled again.
The is our shuttle able to get out of the way now? Is it escaping?
Well, they've got.
Full of robots.
Yeah, it's full of the bad guys.
Yeah, we don't want
We
it
don't want
to
them to. Yeah.
to escape. So, I am going to try to make sure that it does not escape.
How are you going to do so?
I'll tell you, I'm kind of imagining standing like hand on the nose cone, kind of like you shall not
Oh, that's so
pass.
good.
That's the image that came to mind.
That's
Awesome.
great.
So
I see it.
Centuria, you float around to the front of the shuttle. You put your hand on the nose cone, and you see a little robot pirate behind the driver's seat. His face doesn't move, but you get the impression that he's surprised and terrified to see you.
Do his little robot arms go up like this?
Yes, they his little hat jumps up and spins around on his body.
That's great.
I don't know why Captain Kraken built that functionality into them, but I'm sure grateful.
Right?
Yeah. So yeah, I just they seem like they've got the hangar bay under control without me, and this shuttle needs to be rid of its robots eventually, but maybe not right this second. That's what I'm thinking.
Awesome. Yeah, the guy, the little robot behind the driver's seat, he he tries to get it to go forward, but you are way stronger than the thrust it can generate. So The rocket's sort of just pushing against your hands, and you're keeping it in place. Awesome.
Luckily, we've got somebody who specializes in blowing up robots.
Mhm.
Coming up here in a sec.
Thunderbolt.
Cool.
That would be me. So can I get where is the entrance to the shuttle? Based on where I'm at, like, can I see that? How do I get in there?
Must
Yep.
be an airlock.
Yeah, so there's an
Nice.
airlock over here on the port side. That's left. It has
Gotcha.
the same letters as left. That's how I remember that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get in the airlock and do it in a way that doesn't, or I don't know, do it in a way that flushes all the robots out into space. No, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's even an option.
You
but,
could try that if you want to. I mean, you could try to like punch a hole in it and try to catch the door that Daedalus has in place to make sure the atmosphere doesn't vent out.
I don't think I want to do that. I want to damage it. It's they'll need the shuttle again. But I want to get inside and do it without without sort of destroying or damaging the shuttle, but also, causing maximum catastrophe for the little robots. So let's see. So I'm going to open up the airlock. I'm going to do it. Is that like a technology check or a...
No, you're a superhero. I'll just let you phase through. It's full or get through the
Nice. All right, sweet. So then I'm in, and I am seeing. Hold on here. These 4 robots,
door. Yes, 4 robots who are also doing a hat spin.
all in unison. I am going to. I don't want to do blackout. I'm gonna throw again.
Awesome.
I'm afraid electricity will do something, bad.
You've got a much better chance at hitting if you punch them into each other.
Gotcha. Well, I did roll on the throw.
I'll let you make it an arm check since you didn't know. It's cool.
Okay, great. So what do I do now? I
Just click the unarmed button. Yep.
Sweet.
There you go.
Yeah,
There we go.
sure.
So a 13 will not hit the little pirate robots.
Little shits.
That's right.
So you come in swinging, and the one's robot, his head drops down into his torso, and he pops back up when your fist goes away.
And I assume he follows that up with "I love being a turtle."
We got
And I'll
Ninja
just
Turtles
be
on the
brooding
brain.
and unamused. Yeah.
All right, Johnny Rocket is unamused.
Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt's unamused.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, Johnny might also be unamused.
You can't. We can share. We can share.
Fortunately, Johnny is good at entertaining himself.
And it is
So-
Johnny's turn, so feel free to entertain.
So Johnny lets Captain Kraken come at him with his cutlass, and Johnny executes a series of just sort of super speed dodges, where he's like, nope, over here, nope, over here, nope. And I'm going to agile feint so that I can throw Kraken off of balance.
Perfect. Sounds good. So I think I put a speed roll for your
did.
agile feint down there. So if you want to click that, I'll roll an opposed insight check, I guess.
See, he even says agile feint or something else.
We're gonna find out what that or something else is later, I'm sure.
Something else is at some point.
Let me see here. His what's better, insight or will for Captain Kraken? Insight just barely. So I'll roll an insight check. He fails, so he is vulnerable to either your next attack, or if you want to set it up for somebody else, you can make it vulnerable to somebody else's attack.
You take it. I will clear out the robots this turn.
All right, fair enough.
Awesome. So yeah, Johnny's zipping around with high speed, really throwing Captain Kraken off of his game. He's got one eye that he's got closed because he's pretending like he's got an eye patch. He's trying to keep an eye on where Johnny is, but you keep phasing in and out of his line of sight.
Nope, too slow.
Hey, I hate fighting speedsters. Give me a centurion any day. Be careful what you wish
got
for.
one.
Be careful what you wish
Yeah,
for, Captain.
careful.
Yeah. Did I hear you taking my father's name in vain?
Uh-oh. You guys made me ink.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will say, he is vulnerable.
It's so bad for Captain Kraken.
I've
Yeah.
never felt bad for Captain Kraken.
No,
He's one of
literally
those-
never.
He's one of those villains that's real fun to punch.
Yeah. And his rum sucks.
Well, the problem is that's not rum.
Oh,
Oh.
that does explain a couple things.
So Captain
Liquor.
Please be blood.
Captain Kraken does roll to hit with his little flintlock blaster. It rolls out. I rolled a natural 1, so it does just hit the bulkhead behind Johnny Rocket as he's zipping around. Impossible for Captain Kraken to keep track of. The robot pirates. The 4 that are there with Thunderbolt are going to try and push him out the airlock. And close it behind him if they can.
Like he cares.
Yeah, we'll blast him into space. That'll work.
That always works. That's our favorite
Where he
technique.
just came from.
Look, he had to replace some of our logic circuits for pirate circuits, okay?
Mm-hmm. And making people walk the space plank is just a thing.
Yeah, these shanties don't process themselves.
It's true.
True.
I rolled a 10 to hit Thunderbolt, so Thunderbolt, you're A-okay. The robots are just sort of pushing against you, trying to get you to go out the airlock, but you are just a firm, immovable object.
Nice try, robots.
And as a being of electricity, doesn't it feel good to be firm and immovable?
That is
Right.
probably a unique experience for Thunderbolt.
Eh?
I like the silver lining thing that you're giving me there.
I don't mean for it to be an existential crisis or anything.
I got that covered.
In Lady Liberty, the groups that are in there with you, they do open fire on you. One gets a 19 and one gets a 10.
19 will hit me.
Please give me a toughness save.
24.
You are still remarkably bulletproof. Or laserproof in this case.
As the case may be.
So yeah, you boom.
I just gotta say, as a queer woman, being bulletproof is kind of a dream come true.
Yeah, right?
Right?
Well, Lady Liberty, how would you like to retaliate to the poor robots?
Oh. I mean, they're shooting at me. I'm kind of losing my sympathy for them very quickly. I'm gonna just smash right into this group of them, whichever one succeeded in hitting me last time.
Yep, it is that group that's right over there by Johnny.
It is 23 to hit again, just like last round.
Oh no!
Ah!
Oh no.
You smash all 4 of them as you wade your way into the robots. So whatever happens, Lady Liberty, go ahead.
I feel bad, guys, but not real bad. Just turn around and at the last group of them.
High or low?
Hi.
They panic and they drop their weapons and they start trying to shuttle away from the area.
I've never intimidated anyone before.
Every pirate for themselves. Centuria.
Yeah. I'm happy to keep holding this ship here if Thunderbolt is having success inside clearing it out.
I mean, success.
I'm not sure what I can assess from my position.
So looking inside through the viewport, you do see a couple of robots on the bridge. They all seem to be confabbing, trying to figure out what they want to do about the situation with you being out front.
They sort of stopped trying to fly away, and now they're just sort of panicked.
Yeah, they're kind of all bundled together. Like, what do we do?
Oh, well,
Every
no, they're
every once in a while, one of them sort of glances out to see if she's still there.
I was gonna say I could just try to shake it up, but there are actual bystanders inside, so I won't do that.
Everybody hold on to something.
I'll rattle their little cages.
Somewhere Daedalus's ears are burning.
I'm like, I don't want to be a wet blanket or anything, but I'm really happy just holding it here and making sure they can't get away.
Awesome.
That's pretty important.
As long as nobody minds, you know. If there's a crisis, I'll jump in, of course.
I mean, we have the crisis of Captain Kraken.
Right.
Oh, you do, and he's vulnerable.
Well, only to Johnny.
Now, I have set up, so you're welcome to his vulnerability if you want it.
Oh.
I'm good here.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
All right. I'm trying to get a sense of how, like 30 square feet. Like what does that look like in this map? As somebody who is spatially inept.
That looks like.
Hey, look at that.
30 feet is 6 squares.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
it looks like this much. Yep.
Okay. I love it. That's great. That's very handy. Thank you for that. And I'm gonna do Blackout. You ready for that?
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
Here it comes.
Oh, poor little
Zap.
robots.
So it's a burst area effect. Nullify counters electronics. Okay. And it's broad and simultaneous. Okay, let me roll a little power save for my little robots because they don't have a fortitude score. Yeah, you just immediately shut down all of the robots in that 30-foot radius.
Nice.
Nice.
What happens, Thunderbolt, as you
Well, you know,
conjure your
I
blackout?
cast. I'm looking at my blackout, and as it sort of spreads around me, I see them just sort of ping, pong, ping, bang. There's 4 of them, right?
Yeah,
That's the-
and you do
and
hear
you
a
can-
you do hear a thud in the hallway outside too.
Oh,
I love that. Yeah. So it'll be like clang, 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 and then I'll go. You'll hear clang.
bump.
Now we have pet robots.
Do you think they're gonna let him in the
Sweet.
union? Do you think they let pirate robots in the union?
As part of like a work release program, probably.
Right? How else are you going to
Rehabilitation.
rehabilitate them?
I think we just wipe the mind and start over from scratch.
Ooh. How do they learn to be better if we wipe their minds?
Are they still pirate robots
Steve.
at that point too? That's the question
That
I
is
want to
true.
know.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, they have hats, so.
that's true. It is the hat that makes the difference, I think, and the shanties. So
Yes.
they've got those 2 things, and they're just not mean, you know. Okay, so I can move. Yeah.
Yeah, you can move.
I am going to, I'm going to head over to where, how far can I go here? I want to kind of get to the front of the ship, or the shuttle, rather.
Yeah, you can move pretty much the whole course of the ship with your speed. You can go as far as you want.
Sweet. Okay, well, I'm at least going to get to the door. Is that door open?
It is open.
Okay, great. I'm going
And
to get to that.
inside, you can see a group of robot pirates sort of discussing what they want to do about Centuria on the nose cone.
I'll wave when I see it come through the door.
I'm going to do a little nod to Centurion.
Now, guys, hear me out. What if we back up? What do we do? What happens if we back up?
That's so good.
Awesome. Centuria, I know you did sort of hold your action, so when you see Thunderbolt come through the door, is there anything you want to do?
I am good.
Okay.
He seems to have it under control. I mean, maybe I could distract them and knock on the window or something. I guess. But, they seem to be.
Give him a little.
Yeah, they seem like they're in a rock at a hard place, those poor robots.
Yeah.
They literally are,
much.
yeah.
They literally are, yeah.
All right, back around to Johnny Rocket, who has a vulnerable Captain Kraken at his mercy.
They're
Yep.
between a shock and a hard place.
Oh.
Nice. Solid
Quite
work.
good. Good.
Solid work.
one.
T-shirt
Oh.
worthy? I think so, yeah.
It's at least hero point worthy. I'm giving a hero point for it.
Absolutely.
Nice. Nicely done. That is
Nice,
well
nice,
earned.
nice.
Well earned.
Oh, don't encourage me.
Oh, yeah. We got it. Got it.
And
We
yet-
need more.
It's my job.
Yet.
All right. So it's another flurry of blows for the vulnerable Captain Kraken. Let's see how high over his defense I can get.
I just be trying to live my best life. This is not laugh, love, or whatever. Live, laugh, love, or whatever it is.
Live, laugh.
Alright, a 22 to hit Captain Kraken will definitely hit while he's vulnerable. Let me see how much extra damage you get for multi-attack. So yeah, while he's vulnerable, you do get another plus 2 points of damage for that. And he is hurt real bad.
You know, it's just wonderful to see Johnny work.
So Johnny, you take down Captain Kraken. What happens?
Thud.
Oh.
All right. So a series of punches come pretty much from all directions around Captain Kraken. Johnny hits him from one side, then basically is behind him, hits him from that side. Captain Kraken spins, stumbling around to the other. Johnny is there to catch him on his uppercut and lays Captain Kraken out on the deck. Johnny picks up Kraken's cutlass from where it lies on the deck and planting the tip of it against the floor, says, "And I claim this scow in the name of the Freedom League."
Beautiful. The robots that were running away from Lady Liberty, when you do that, you do see they kind of turn around and they sort of look at you with weird robotic eyes. And they sort of turn to each other and confab, and they're like, "Hey, I believe that makes you the captain."
According to the pirate code, I think that it does.
Right,
I mean, I gotta say, Captain Rocket is a pretty good change in superhero names.
Resting the cutlass against my shoulder, you know, I kind of wonder why I never tried the space pirate life.
And the robots will scuttle back into the area and they'll say, "How can we be of service, Captain Rocket?"
Well, first of all, my newly loyal crew, you can tell your compatriots over on the shuttle there to surrender to my loyal companions and allow them to take possession.
Right away, Captain Rocket. And Thunderbolt, as you're coming to just annihilate the robots in there.
I'm ready just to do something, and then
You do hear over their little...
Their little robot hands.
No!
And throw that scurvy squid in the brig.
Right away,
I always wanted to
Captain.
say that.
So, yes, a couple of them will take Captain Kraken down to the brig. The other ones, when they get the message, they'll say, "Oh, thank God." Or, sorry, thank the Maker. They'll,
thank the Maker, yeah.
and they will
Did Kraken
surrender.
build these, or did he just repurpose them when he took over the ship?
The world may never know.
Well,
Yeah.
I haven't seen Kraken build a whole lot of anything, so...
He probably ordered these on Wish. He wanted pirate robots.
Yes, that's true, and
This is what
he
they
got.
got. This is what they got.
And
That's
get
it.
everything on Wish.
So I
I'm
will...
not sure what this is, but I'm going to order it.
Yeah. Right.
It's comforting to know that there are some nights that Captain Kraken's just on his couch in his sweatpants with his credit card and his his windows open.
Well,
Like,
somebody else's credit card, of course. But...
yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, certainly. A pile of them, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got a hold, like a treasure chest in the hold, just filled with identities.
Right.
Awesome. So I will drop us out of combat at this point. You guys, you all have succeeded over the Star Scourge, and you have freed the Aegis shuttle that was bound for Starhaven. And I think this might be a good place to take our first little 5-minute break, just to get up and stretch our legs. And
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
Hey, I also want to add, while we're on break, thanks to everybody who's watching. There's some great comments. We're going to try not to interrupt the flow, but you're making it very difficult with your witty comments.
Yes.
Also, I want to say we are going to want to... we're going to do a giveaway, right?
Yes.
We're going to do some kind of a giveaway. So hang around. You don't want to leave. We're going to do some kind of, I don't know what it is yet, but most certainly it's probably a date with Steve. So we'll see. Just kidding.
Oh, Steve.
Finally answering the question of how long it was going to take Troy to pimp me out.
Right. Or just how far could I push that boundary? You're like, that's it, Hewitt. Or not. I don't know. We'll see when we're back.
I'm kind of impressed. He really bounced back from the time he tried to pimp me out.
That's right.
Usually people don't bounce back from that.
Right. Yes, exactly.
As far as I can tell, he can use that leg again.
It's not the real one.
Ah.
Little wooden one I whittled up.
Oh, so you're
Oh,
chumping
you
along
sassy
now.
pants.
All right, I'm gonna move us over to the break window.
Okay.
We'll be back in
Sounds
just a couple
good.
minutes. Hi, everybody. Thank you for bearing with us while we got up to stretch our legs and get some water and recover from the death of all those poor pirate robots who didn't deserve any of the violence inflicted upon them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they
and now no longer have the privilege of being part of our new crew.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so where we left off, the crew was responding to a distress signal from a rocket on its way to Starhaven. And they found the shuttle was being plundered by the Star Scourge, captained by Captain Kraken and his army of pirate robots, which was quick work for the Freedom League. Johnny Rocket has become the captain of the Star Scourge at this point, due to the laws of intergalactic nautical warfare. And
Only fair.
yeah, we sort of pick up with our heroes reconvening aboard the Star Scourge to sort of figure out what happened, figure out what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we'll definitely let the bystanders out of that hold I sealed them up in.
Right.
Yeah, and the bystanders are
you all have a ship now.
right, and the bystanders are just a collection of different aliens from Star Island that were on their way to Starhaven, as well as the two Aegis pilots who were in charge of the shuttle.
Okay. And is Daedalus still aboard the shuttle then?
He is not.
Okay.
Piloting it originally, or was he just building it?
He was just building it.
Okay.
Yep, as far as you all know, he is on Starhaven right now.
All right.
Oh.
Cool. Well, we'll check in and make sure that no one is injured or in need of medical attention, and find out from the pilots and the like what happened. Although it seems like we have a pretty good picture of it.
Yeah, the pilots will say, "Hey, thanks for the save, Freedom League." Everybody seems to be in pretty good condition. Just a little robot handled by the pirate robots. Captain Carroll's, who was the one who sent out the distress beacon, he says, "Well, Johnny, we were making the trip. It's supposed to be just a regular back and forth sort of deal. Spend a couple days in Starhaven and come back and pick up some more refugees. About at the asteroid belt, though, the Star Scourge came out and we tried to escape, but they caught up with us and they clamped us down and they took us captive."
Mm. Well, that's taken care of for the time being, although we are going to have to figure out what we're going to do with the Star Scourge. While the life of a intergalactic marauder is got its appeals, I think my husband will be pretty upset if I'm late for dinner.
Don't you have to pick up your daughter at preschool?
Yeah. Chris will do that if I'm late.
She's so cute. I don't know why you don't bring her on adventures.
Because she's a child.
Captain Carroll's face he's trying not to laugh. It's red. He's
Ray was like
holding on
8
to it.
when he started adventuring.
Well, yeah, and look how that turned out.
Do we know what it was that Kraken wanted?
Yeah, he said something strange about what he was owed.
Yeah.
And while he does have a certain overdeveloped sense of entitlement, that was a weird thing to say.
He is in the brig if you all want to go talk to him.
I think we
That
do.
Sounds like a good idea.
Let's find out more, hey?
He's probably waking up right now.
Awesome. Yeah, you do see the pirate robots who are standing guard outside of his cell have stripped him of his weapons and his cowboy hat, his pirate hat, not his cowboy hat.
Really want these guys to be cowboys.
Right?
It's like that sometimes.
Right?
But the pirates will
I
present
look-
Captain Kraken's hat to Johnny Rocket when he comes down.
Oh, the final insult.
Right?
Oh, you have to wear it while you question him. You
Oh,
have to.
he absolutely does.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
It's a little slimy on the inside, but it is a very authoritative move.
Not slime, it's mucus.
I've had worse, Joe.
Gross.
And Captain Kraken looks up. He kind of shakes his head. His tentacles move a little bit, independent of him shaking, and he looks, "Oh, you treacherous robots! You're worse than real pirates. I would have had you too if me real crew was here."
Yeah, well,
So what? You came down here to brag, to boast?
Well, that's just sort of a bonus. What we really need to know is, what were you after on board the shuttle?
He kind of narrows his little cephalopod eyes at you. Says, I tell you, but it's going to cost you.
Huh. You're not exactly in a position to bargain, Kraken.
He kind of...
Yeah, can I do like a crackly kind of electricity kind of like
Do like an aid.
That's every octopus's weakness, electricity.
Just make a little zap go from one finger to the other. Just like.
Mhm.
Go ahead and give me an intimidation check, Thunderbolt, and I'll give you a +2.
All right, let's do it. Oh well.
Octopuses are vulnerable to electricity.
Most things are.
That seems pretty intimidating.
Yeah,
Right.
so with the +2, that's a 21. So he kind of looks at you, passing that electricity back and forth between your hands. And he's like, "All right. You proved your point. Don't come in here and start messing up that staticky business with me, mate."
So,
Well, if you be wondering, the reason that me crew and I fell upon this vessel, it's carrying weapons.
No, it's not.
Refugee shuttle.
I be carrying weapons, or me name's not Captain Kraken.
Oh, I have my doubts there too.
Where did you hear that the shuttle was carrying weapons?
I picked it up on sensors. And one of the little robot first mates will sort of look over at you, Captain Rocket. He'll say, Aye, he speaks true. We did pick up energy signatures in line with weapons on the shuttle.
That doesn't make any
Hey.
sense.
Weaponized refugees?
Thunderbolt, can't you sense all kind of
I've got
electrical
electricity.
devices?
Yeah, I've got electricity sense. And I definitely would want to deploy that. Now the how of it that's another question.
Well, Thunderbolt, why don't you go over and scan the shuttle and see if you can verify what Kraken is saying. If the shuttle is carrying weapons, we should know.
Absolutely. So do I have to be in proximity to the shuttle? Like, do I have to kind of? I suppose we're in the brig now, right?
Yeah, so it is a range sense. You can sort of expand that range out. It'll be easier if you're closer to the shuttle, but you can sense it from here if you want to give it a shot.
I'll at least get close enough, so that I'm not out of the airlock, but I can see it, and then I will do that. What do I need to do?
All you have to do for me is roll a perception check.
Nice. That is deception. I almost wrote deception. Can't fight my nature. Okay. 11.
So with an 11, as you sort of like put your hands up against the bulkhead and sort of extend your electro sense out through the vacuum of space, you're having a little trouble reading anything on the shuttle or across from you. There's a lot of interference from the pirate robots and from the Star Scourge itself.
Those little shits.
Ships. They're
They're little
ships.
ships.
Exactly.
Hey, anything is a
All
ship if
right.
you're brave enough.
True that.
Wait,
True
insight check.
Ship it.
Does Captain Kraken actually believe what he's saying, or is he blowing ink up our skirts?
Give me an insight check. Well, I've got good news, Lady Liberty. You can tell when somebody's trying to blow ink up your skirt, and this is not that kind of a situation.
Right.
He seems to believe that there is weapons aboard the shuttle.
He really seems genuine about this, you guys.
I told you
Alright.
I'm a pirate. We're honest by trade.
Okay, he was lying that time.
Can we dock the shuttle with the Star Scourge?
Yeah, definitely. There's room enough in the lower holds of the Scourge that you can
Yeah, can we
put it up in there.
Oh, good.
Tantive
Yeah.
4 style.
pilots and
Well,
Yeah.
Between once we can go on board the shuttle, between Thunderbolt and Johnny, we can search it from stem to stern in no time.
Mm-hmm.
Thunderbolt can scan, and I can just take a look everywhere.
In every closet, under every bed.
Mm-hmm.
Before we leave, I brought this movie poster from the Daedalus movie that you were in. Can I just get you to sign
Liberty.
it here?
Later, Sonia. Later.
I need you to know that I didn't pay to watch that movie. I pirated it.
I'm gonna do a little crackle in his face. Like,
Come on, Thunderbolt.
all right, let's go.
Try not to wrinkle it though, because I got this from a theater.
Awesome. So you both get the shuttle aboard the Star Scourge, and you go and you start scanning it. Thunderbolt, can I get another perception test? And Johnny, can I get you to make a speed check for me? This is one of those other things that was mentioned in the description.
Right?
Oh, did it not fire off? Let me do that again.
Risk perception is a 2.
Oh, yeah, I did fire off.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I did fire off. I just didn't hear the weep.
Yeah, so
2.
Thunderbolt,
Yeah.
you're sort of reaching out with your electrosense, and it's just overwhelmed just by all the stuff that's buzzing around
Too
you.
many robots.
Too many robots. Yeah. I got a lot on my mind.
They're weaponized, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's
Right,
a lot of
yeah.
weapons on a pirate ship, go to figure.
Yeah, I got the dice curse.
I'm gonna go talk to the refugees while they're searching the ship and make sure everybody's okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, fascinating that that he thinks that the weapons are his too, just because he thinks they exist.
Well,
In an
Kraken thinks a lot of
experience.
things are his just because they exist.
True.
So, Johnny, with your 24 and your speed test, however, you do search the whole of the shuttle, and you do find a secret compartment in the back, and sort of where they've got the supplies that they are renewing for the Starhaven area. You're sort of going through where the food and the medical supplies and stuff, and you do find a secret compartment underneath where those crates are, and you find a couple of crates of Lore Republic weapons. Some blaster rifles, a few energy swords, a couple of grenades and explosives and things like that. And you
Well,
do
what do you
find sort of almost like taped to the side of the inside of the box, there's a little recording device.
Recording device.
An audio recorder, sorry.
Hit the playback button on it.
Yeah, you start playing through it, and it's a very heavily synthetic voice, but it's saying that when this package arrives, please deliver it to Warehouse 25 in Starhaven, and then meet with your contact in the Watering Tortoise. Order a rambunctious hound. They'll know what you're talking about.
Looks like we're going to a bar.
Yeah.
Us aren't old enough to go to a bar.
Mm-hmm.
How does
I
that
am-
work in space?
I am in space.
What is the drinking age in space?
In space, they can't hear you drink, so I don't.
Mm-hmm.
So Centuria and Lady
Fine.
Liberty, as you're going to speak with the refugees, they're very grateful that you were able to rescue them from the pirates. A couple of them are a little annoyed that they're on this voyage at all. You get the impression that some of them are, thinking, we had a pretty decent setup back on Star Island. There's no reason that we should have to be jettisoned off to Europa just because some humans think that they're uncomfortable with us being there.
I understand, and I wish we could do better by you. But at least for now, this will give you a lot more space to expand and a lot more autonomy.
Yeah, and a few of them are of that mind too, but there's like an undercurrent of dissension. There's no consensus amongst the refugees about what the best way forward is.
I mean, you don't find consensus, or complete consensus in any community, so...
Man, those monoliths have it right.
Monoliths?
Yeah, they're an alien race from beyond the stars that has a hive mind. They're always in consensus.
That sounds a little distressing, but okay. Anyway, anybody injured? I have healing powers.
There are a few injured people that you can practice your healing
Oh.
powers upon.
All
That's
right.
good.
I've done this twice, so I'm pretty sure I know how it works. Yeah, I can just go through and do minor golden light, glowy healing for scrapes and bumps and bruises.
Yeah, please describe it as you sort of pass this healing along the group. I won't make you roll for it just because you have unlimited time and you're a superhero.
Yeah, I can, like I said, just kind of pass my hands around over injuries and things like that, and just take my time knitting people back together.
Awesome. Yeah.
Can't hold a spaceship, but I can do this.
Centuria,
Not a contest.
Centuria, what are you doing while Lady Liberty's kind of passing some healing around?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't feel like I have a lot of skills in this area.
Being cool and aloof.
Yeah, I'm being cool and aloof. Thanks.
God, she's so cool and aloof.
Yeah. How about I'm just gonna like check out this the makeup of this Scourge barge.
Sure.
Scourge barge.
Scourge barge.
Can we can we repurpose it for anything useful? What kind of systems does it have? That kind of thing. I don't know anything about where we are or what
Yeah.
options we have.
Sure,
so
go
I'll
ahead.
figure that out.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a technology check.
Oh, technology. Why do you thwart me?
So, Centuria, while you're being sort of cool and aloof and sort of floating around the deck, over sort of eavesdropping on what Lady Liberty's doing and keeping an eye on everything, you're examining the Star Scourge, and you think that this, especially since Johnny Rocket is the captain of it now, you think that this would be an excellent upgrade for the shuttle back and forth. It could definitely stow a lot more people. It is self-defending, which is a trait that the other shuttle isn't so great at as the Star Scourge would be. And it does have its own little pirate crew that could all be repurposed to make a much better experience going back and forth from Earth to Europa and back again.
Oh, I feel so clever.
We can outfit them with little nurses' hats instead of pirate hats.
No! No!
Little bellhop hats.
Right.
That's perfect. Yes. Well, I feel very clever now, and I can't wait to tell Captain Rocket what's up.
Well, that's probably about the time that Thunderbolt and I rejoin them. Johnny waits until Lady Liberty's finished before gathering everybody together. There are a couple of crates of lore weapons in a hidden compartment on the shuttle.
How do you use a refugee shuttle to smuggle weapons?
It's a new one on me, but there's some kind of audio message accompanying them about where the weapons are supposed to be delivered, and apparently where the deliverer is supposed to meet their contact afterwards. That suggests that whoever is responsible for the weapons was on board the shuttle. Might be one of our refugees.
Yeah.
How about the captain of the shuttle? How did that stuff get aboard and the captain not know?
That's the other question.
Is there a crew? Is it just the captain?
I'm also going to have to ask Daedalus why there is a secret compartment in the shuttle, assuming that he designed it. But knowing
Fair
his
point.
That's just where I keep
his
things.
knowing for his thing for every contingency, he probably thought somebody was going to need it to smuggle something.
Yeah.
Alright.
Is there a crew? Is it just the captain?
Well,
There's a captain and a
Aegis
co-pilot.
right? And they're Aegis personnel from Earth, right?
Yes, they are. Yep.
So it's probably not super likely they're involved, but we can't rule it out.
How about that time Shadow infiltrated Aegis?
For example,
We don't need any of that.
Maybe it's time for an interrogation.
I think that could be kind of tricky.
I will
think
say,
that we might be-
I will say, Captain Carroll's face does not scream "Hail Hydra" if you're looking his way.
Sure. I think that we might be better off ferrying the shuttle to Starhaven and keeping a close eye on things. See if our smugglers try to move the goods.
Okay.
Then we can catch them in the act.
Cool.
Sounds
What
like a
authority
solid
do we
plan.
have there?
Well, not a lot, technically speaking. Starhaven's an independent colony, but
We're also vigilantes. We don't technically have authority anywhere.
see, and you say, and you say you're not picking up anything.
I had this exact same scenario in a fan fiction I wrote a couple years ago.
Oh, brother. That's me. That's my character. That makes me grumpy.
Look, it had over 600 likes.
And apparently one downvote. All right. So it sounds like we are going to offer to escort the shuttle to Starhaven and along the way discuss Centuria's plan to repurpose the Star Scourge as a transport ship for moving some of the refugees, and we can see how feasible that looks, but seems like we should be able to make that work.
What do we do about Captain Kraken? I guess,
For the
I guess
time
it's
being,
Buckaroo Kraken now?
well, for now he stays in the brig, and since he, took on a Starhaven ship, I guess we'll ask if any of the authorities of the colony want to deal with him. Otherwise, I think that it's making sure that he's escorted out of the solar system.
Sounds good. I guess Star Knight can handle that when we get back.
Yep.
I do enjoy the catch 'em at least justice system.
Well, you're too small. We'll have to throw you back.
Ah! I'm giving you a hero point. That hurt my feelings. All right, so it sounds like the group consensus is that you are all going to forward on to Starhaven, drop the refugees off, and sort of check in with the administration and see if you could find anybody looking suspicious at the unload section.
Pretty much.
Perfect.
Can I get a sense of anybody being suspicious?
You can give me an insight check on the passengers.
Like, does anybody give me an ooky feeling? Oh,
Right.
28.
No big deal.
All
So,
the feels.
Lady Liberty, you're
All
sort
the
of
feels.
getting just sort of sensing how everybody's mood and attitude are. See if anybody's maybe harboring some ulterior motives. Everybody in this group seems to be on the up and up. You did get a couple of upset people about the situation they were finding themselves in, but you don't get the impression that they're the kind of individuals who will do something about it. Very complainy, but not mobilized yet.
I mean, I spent a lot of time with them, and they seem... I mean, there's some people who are upset, but it doesn't seem anything dangerous or over the top.
Well, somebody's going to come and retrieve those weapons at some point.
And they got on here somehow.
So we'll have to keep an eye out. Boy, I really wish that Raven and Bowman are around. This sneaking around thing is just not my bag.
Sorry, Jody.
I mean, I used to be invisible all the time, but, you know, then I got red, white, and blue tights.
Say nothing of the glowing.
Yeah, the
Oh, I
glowing
can turn the
helps.
glowing off. I spin in a circle, and I just go back to being boring old Sonia.
Isn't that handy? All right. So
Everybody's
onward.
gonna look at the superheroes, but if I just look like a normal passenger or refugee,
Mhm.
can I blend in and keep a better eye on what's going on in the ship?
Not a bad idea.
I think you
I
can do that.
like it. Undercover. That's super exciting.
Sadly, that's not something I can help with.
Yeah, I can turn all my powers off. And do my spin it in a circle and go back to civilian clothes deal.
Handy.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, it also undoes my hair and takes off all the makeup.
Right.
Ah, scandal.
It's truly magical.
And even the makeup. So.
That's great at the end of the day, though.
Yeah, it's great for my skin.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Liberty never falls asleep in contacts. Scientific fact.
Yes, she did wake up looking like that.
Awesome. That should cost more than one PowerPoint. That seems so helpful.
Able
So
to take off all your makeup.
the group scuttles along onto Starhaven, and as you break atmosphere on Europa, you find a sprawling landscape of pale green and yellow with deep brown and black pockmarks. Ahead of you is a glittering city of steel and glowing lights. Your shuttle passes a series of boundary markers, and you find yourself in an almost Earth-like pocket of air. The sky within is blue, the air is cool and crisp, and beneath you, the city is arrayed in a star shape, with its districts divided into 5 wedges around a central circular park. Hundreds of life forms of all description move through the streets below, along with security robots clearly of Daedalus' design. You land in a starport in the northeast corner of the settlement and are free to explore. And I'll sort of just pass out a Starhaven handout with my wonderfully photoshopped map.
Oh dear. What is it? Photoshopped onto skin?
It is photoshopped onto the most high-definition land mass of Europa I could find.
Of Europa.
I see. A well-designed city.
Yeah.
All right, so
your handout should have different locations and what's where, sort of, that the Freedom League would have information about.
Mm-hmm. All right. So it sounds like we're setting up an old-fashioned stakeout.
Yeah.
And pretty much finding somewhere where we can keep the shuttle under observation and see if anyone tries to move those crates of weapons.
I wonder, since we know where those crates of weapons are supposed to go, what if we watched for the smuggler and then send another crew over to actually bring the weapons and see what this is all about?
We might want to check out the warehouse regardless, because clearly there's smuggled weapons being brought there. But let's keep an eye out first for who shows up.
Excellent. So the shuttle does land in the starport, and the refugees begin to disembark, and you do see a few administrative agents coming up to sort of check everybody in, and they start funneling them basically off of the shuttle onto this tram that leads off to the administrative district.
Mm-hmm.
Sonia, are you going undercover as one of the refugees?
I mean, I guess so. I think I could pass for a lore at least.
Mm-hmm. True.
Mm-hmm. And are
Some
you
reason
going?
good.
Are you going to be processed like they are, or are you going to wait until you're in the clear?
I guess I'm gonna wait until we're in the clear because I don't know that me going through the process is going to cause problems. I don't know. Do we have any? I have no strong opinions, so I will trust my.
I
gut
think that's
instinct.
probably best to avoid.
Yeah.
You don't have much of a cover story so far, so.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm a refugee. No, I don't have an identity. Why would you ask me that?
Paperwork. What paperwork?
You had to fill
We
it
have a
out
couple
before you
folks
left
that are
Earth.
they're gonna short out if we don't tell them how many crates there are.
Don't worry about them. They're with me. That's an inside joke. I'm supposed to change the amount of crates that are present anywhere anytime I describe a number of crates.
Jason! Why I oughta. I'm gonna send a little electricity his way.
Awesome. So you guys sort of wait for the civilians to be unloaded. The Aegis guys do come down, and they sort of look at you all, and they say, "We're supposed to give a report with the administrator. Is there anything you want us to talk about or omit?"
Just you can let them know about the brush with the pirates and that the situation is under control.
Good deal. They're probably gonna have a lot of questions about the bigger ship that we brought.
Yeah, we have some thoughts about that.
They say, "Well, you're free to hang out as long as you want. We'll probably be a couple hours down at the administrator's office. If you need us, it's they'll give you an address,
Sounds good.
and they'll go skedaddle, go do government agent things."
Oh, my
Paperwork.
weakness. Waiting.
Johnny.
So everybody's waiting. How long are you guys going to wait?
How long has it been?
3 minutes, Johnny.
You want to take a run around the colony and meet us back here, just to blow off some steam?
Do you
30
want to take a
seconds
quick
later.
run to the warehouse and see what's up while we're waiting? And
And Johnny visibly grapples with that notion because,
Abandoning
yes,
teenagers
he
on an
really
alien
would like to
planet.
do both of those things and could do both of them really before either of you knew he was gone. But he's supposed to be the responsible one here.
I'm just the grumpy one. I have a little tiny bit of responsibility.
Oh, these kids are enablers. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, they all are.
I mean, I'm very responsible, but not for them.
I clearly don't have a problem with impulse control or anything. Sure.
I think we've got this, and like you said, you could be there and back in a blink of an eye. What could go
All right,
wrong?
I won't be long. And if you see something, call me on the comms. I will be right back.
And literally, he's right back.
In my shabby alien cloak with my rec tech rebreather that we scavenged somewhere off the ship, and looking like a schlubby human, kind of hanging out with nothing to do.
Just intensely blending in.
Awesome. So
Loitering is just such a universal language.
Yeah.
I would like the three of you who are still at the starport to go ahead and give me a stealth check.
I knew it. I knew it.
Those aren't bad. That's 18
Sure, I
for
guess. Yeah.
18 for Lady
What's
Liberty,
up?
22 for Centuria, and 14 for Thunderbolt. All right, so you're all sort of how are you hiding? Just so I can sort of paint the picture.
In plain sight.
Yeah, I'm actually hiding. I have to hide behind something. So I'm imagining there's some pillars, bulkheady kinds of things I can sort of hide in or hide around.
Mm-hmm. Yes, there is.
I stand out otherwise. So yeah.
Is there any camera or anything in that hold area that can be monitored from somewhere else?
Oh
Yes,
smart.
there is.
I would
Yeah.
like to do that.
Awesome. So yeah, Centuria, you sort of go
You know what?
off.
I have my spying down. I'm really used to this.
Not interacting with people.
Just pretending that they're teenagers who've stashed their special storage of whatever teenage contraband here. Watching it.
What do teenagers contraband?
I don't know. It
Space weapons,
sounds
obviously.
so-
Obviously.
yeah. Millennials.
all that
Yeah,
all that
so-
mountain
And
treacle.
their avocado toast and their mountain treacle.
Right.
Mm.
I love that mountain treacle.
Yeah, so that's my plan, is to ensconce myself somewhere to watch from a distance using the cameras in the ship itself.
Awesome. Cool. So yeah, you're sort of tucked away, keeping an eye on things. Centuria, since you are in a eye in the sky sort of scenario, can you please give me a perception check?
Happy to. Oh, I'm good at that too.
Yep.
So,
Apparently not as good as I am at being stealthy, but whatever.
but a 15 is a pretty good roll. So you're sort of looking through the cameras, cycling through a couple things, hiding up there. And you do see a number of Chilaxians coming this way. These sort of large, Bigfoot-esque aliens. And they seem to be moving suspiciously through the streets with a they've got a hover sled with them that looks like they want to load it up with something.
Cool. That seems suspicious. I raised the Centuria alarm. I cast out the Centuria signal.
What does that sound like? I need to hear it.
Look, you've got my cell number.
Right. we do have comm links.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that makes it less.
It's the sound of the police.
I spent like 3 hours helping you get your account set up.
Oh, this is good.
We spent 20 minutes talking about what emojis were.
I'm positive that we were thinking about this in advance enough that I
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Centuria
So I
just
hear you.
yells into the heavens.
Woot woot. Yeah. Why? Yeah.
Okay. Chilaxians. Well, they sound mellow.
Strangely enough, not at all.
Not at all.
Hey, Chilaxians and a hover sled. I think it's our time.
Are you saying that over the
Is Johnny
PA system?
Yeah.
Hey, you're there.
The comm system.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Just over our comm links.
Stop right there, criminal
Yeah,
scum.
Yeah. Unless you want to be on fire, stop right now. Oh, I'm sorry. That was yesterday's
game.
game.
It's a very specific threat.
Well,
Yeah.
I had fire powers.
So while you guys are sort of preparing to jump on the Chilaxians, Johnny, you do rush off and you take sort of a pass through the whole settlement. Please go ahead and give me a speed test to see how much you're able to sort of reconnoiter as you're making your way around.
Quite a bit.
Very fast.
Oh wow, natural 20, so a 34 for
Yep.
Johnny. Yeah, you go zipping
Nice,
through
rolling.
the city, and what you're noticing as you're going through is there's a lot of things that seem to be not in sorts as you're making your way through. You notice just the press of the amount of robots that are in the city is way less than you were expecting it to be, and there are a lot of sick people in each district as you're sort of making your way through. There's a lot of people who have like quarantine signs on their domiciles. There's a number of people who are just sort of coughing and moving their way through the streets.
That's weird.
And there is a noticeable uptick in sort of alien to Aegis agents, just as you're noticing the population seems to be skewed. You also have not seen head or hair of Daedalus the whole run that you've taken through town.
It's kind of weird that he hasn't. I mean, it was kind of weird that he didn't meet us, much less that he hasn't signaled since we arrived.
It is suspicious. You do check all of the warehouses in the immediate area, just outside the starport. Since you got a natural 20, I will say you do find a warehouse that does seem to have a larger stockpile of weapons than you were expecting to find here on Starhaven.
Can I presume that you're relaying this to us as you discover it through comms, or?
I probably will. Yeah, once I've taken a look around, I'll, especially once Centuria says that the Chilaxians are approaching the shuttle, I'll sit back.
Awesome. So Johnny comes zipping back. What is everybody else doing? The Chilaxians have arrived in the hangar at this point. They've got the sled. It looks like a couple of them are moving over to start unloading supplies from the cargo bay.
Just kind of watch. Keep an eye on what they're doing.
I assumed that we were going to let them take the stuff and follow them, so not interfering.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we don't want to, jump the, Starhaven, drayage union, local, 402,
Right.
before we find out whether or not they're actually moving smuggled goods.
I'm just a porter. I'm just a porter.
Profile them based on their species.
It's my break now. I can hear it in my ears now. Yeah. And I'm just hanging back. I'm, aware of what's going on and just making sure, so Centuria is actually kind of not really, she can see them, but she's not among them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the one who's kind of down
Yeah.
in the docks.
Perfect. So it does take them a few minutes to start unloading the crates, and you do see, especially you, Lady Liberty, since you're so insightful, you're sort of looking, and they're definitely up to no good. A couple of them do look over their shoulders, and they post a watch before they go in for the last round of supplies, which you see are the weapon crates that that were hidden aboard the shuttle.
All right. Well, we know these are our guys. Now we just follow them discreetly.
Yeah, they do look both ways. They load the weapons up on the hover sled, and two of them will sort of go off to start filing the reports and stuff with the starport, while one of them sneaks out the back, and you are all able to follow discreetly behind.
Yes.
That's so insidious, Crystal.
I'm just excited. I don't get to do duplicity much.
In gaming.
Yes.
All right. So, Lady Liberty, since you're the first one out the door, I would like for you to make a stealth check.
I'm sure this won't go wrong.
Oh.
Are you happy with an 8?
Oh,
I mean, I've got a luck point I can spend.
you're well up on some fortune there.
Yeah. I'm gonna spend a luck point and re-roll.
Oh no!
Oh,
Wow.
News is I get to add 10 to that.
oh, good.
Oh, good.
14,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
So, a good old
say,
14.
any better.
Rhymes with luck.
Oh, luck.
Oh, luck.
Oh, luckless whole thing.
So Lady Liberty, you go sneaking after the Chilaxian with the hover sled, and you knock over something. And the Chilaxian looks around, makes eye contact with you with the hover sled, and takes off with it.
Oh, shit. He can't be that fast. He's got a hover sled to push.
He's very
I'm
strong.
Running it or driving it.
Pretty sure Johnny can catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's getting away! Never mind. That's why I'm not going to make you roll for a chase check, because you brought Johnny Rocket with you.
Right.
Perfect.
So yeah, he does kind of take off with the hover sled, but Johnny's able to make, before he's able to brachiate his way up out of the vicinity around you guys, you're able to get a hold of him.
All right.
All right.
Hi there.
I ain't got nothing
All
to
of a
say to
sudden-
you, Earthman.
Okay, if you say so.
Well, then you're gonna have to talk to our scary friends.
Electricity.
Furia, rip his arms off.
What?
I'll rustle you for it.
That old Chilaxian party trick?
Centuria rip his arms off.
I just mean make an intimidate check.
She's like holding two arms. Oh.
Oh,
I mean, you gotta be
Very-
more specific.
right. Very
Or
literal.
less.
Literal.
Or very less specific.
So yes,
Do you need me to try to intimidate him?
yeah.
I mean,
Go ahead and give me an intimidation check, and I'll give you a plus. I'll give you a +2 for rip his arms
Rip his
off.
arms off comment.
Hope
I have
somebody gives me a
teamwork.
plus, because I'm not very intimidating. I'm a 17-year-old girl. Come on.
True.
Yeah.
I'm
She's
like, what, 5'6"?
She's
Yeah.
not gonna rip my arms off.
Oh, I could. Oh,
Yeah.
you don't want to go there.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
don't
matter
have
what you
killer
can do, Earth Girl. I know what you types
Well.
are like. You capes.
You capes. Oh, I see what this is about. Can I do intimidation?
You sure can.
I'm gonna do it. Crackle. That's my sound effect. Oh!
Crackle.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
All right, with a 19, he's a little more shaken. He's sort of, what do you want? I'm just trying to deliver these supplies.
The smuggled weapons, you mean?
I don't know what you're talking about. You don't even need to roll an insight
Uh-huh.
check.
Just open the crate and like, eh?
Well, you don't mind then if we just take these 2 crates. These ones here, and leave you to the rest of your sled?
Am I allowed to go if that's the case?
No.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
I mean, we could definitely argue for mitigating circumstances if you talk to us, but right now, it's looking real bad.
Well, it's talking to us or to the Starhaven authorities.
Okay, all right. I'll talk to you guys. So just don't turn me in. I got 2 strikes. All right. Just
So,
I don't know what jail's like on Starhaven, but it's probably not. I don't want to go there.
They don't have a jail. They just put you outside.
I don't want to go outside. Europa's bad. Bad for outside.
Okay, then.
Spill
Spill.
the beans.
We say in unison.
who are the weapons going to?
Weapons are going to the Resistance.
Resistance? Resistance to what?
Right, what are you resisting?
You mud people ruling over us and
What?
pushing us around.
But they shouldn't be pushing you around. This is supposed to be an autonomous colony.
We don't. Our organization doesn't believe that we should be beholden to the whims of humanity. If we want to live on Earth, we should be allowed to live on Earth.
I mean,
Well, in humanity's defense, it is their planet.
It's a lore colony. It's not their planet. It's a bunch of uppity colonists who forgot their people.
That's pretty much the lore history channel.
we've got a lot of fossil record that says otherwise.
Right.
Yeah, Daedalus had this argument with a bunch of lore a long time ago, but there's definitely I don't know what to call it,
A
but
provenance, if you will.
a subculture among the lore who are
Bruce?
not crazy about the idea that their genetic stock probably came from Earth.
Johnny, please give me an insight check when you mention the name Daedalus.
Okay. 17.
You notice there's almost like a wicked gleam in his eye when you say the name Daedalus.
What about Daedalus?
Let's just say he won't be making stupid arguments with people anymore.
Hey, wait a second.
What?
Where's
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Where's Daedalus?
He is lost to you now.
Oh,
That's not gonna do.
you're in super big trouble now, mister.
Uh-oh. Can we rip his arms off?
Daddyless.
That's right.
We're
I
gonna
can go back to the ripping the arms off real quick here. Not my super dad.
Right? Yeah. So, interesting. I'm trying to think of.
You know, friend, I don't think I've ever seen Centurion mad, so you better start talking. Where's Daedalus?
Daedalus is with his creations. He's happy there. And it won't be your problem for much longer anyway.
What does that mean?
It means that the rightful rulers of this part of the universe are coming to Starhaven. And they will deal with you no matter what you do for me.
Can't wait to meet him.
Okay. Do we go for the arms option? Because I'm still up for that.
Who's coming?
Give me a persuasion check or an intimidation check, whichever one you feel is appropriate.
Can I use deception to like be on his side? It's like, oh no, you're right. This is a colony that forgot where it's coming from. Tell me more about your cult and its philosophy.
Yes.
I'm down for that.
Subscribe to
Sure.
your newsletter.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I want to subscribe to your newsletter.
Yes,
Right.
yes, I wish to subscribe to your newsletter. No, you're right. They're terrible mud people. You can connect with me, though. Tell me what's going on.
He does not have a flyer with him to hand out, but he will say,
Well, he's just gonna have to get into the details himself. Because I can help him.
and he sort of looks up at you, and he kind of, his eyes sort of cross a little bit. He doesn't seem very bright.
Johnny's initially like, Sonia, that's not gonna.
And he says, well, little lore.
Do you know how many rednecks I've disarmed with this?
He says, well, little loreling, since you're here with the humans, I will let you know one thing. The con is coming.
Like Comic-Con or Gen-Con or...
Shaka-Con?
Frack. StarCon.
Oh.
I don't know that one. Is that Star Trek or Star Wars?
Yes. More wars, though.
Seems inconvenient to have it on an alien planet. Oh, you mean the villain StarCon?
Yeah.
Well,
I'll probably talk to Daedalus about this.
Right. Brings us back to the original